Welcome to this mental noting meditation. The intention is to cultivate the capacity for open awareness and metacognition, to observe what is happening in the mind without judgment, to let go of controlling or directing experience, and instead allowing the moment to reveal itself, cultivating a sense of equanimity for what is pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral experiences, developing the ability to label or note the various mind and sense experiences as they arise, observing them as objective rather than subjective experience. If you can name it, you can tame it. So calling to mind now a personal intention for you for this practice. Why is it important for you to show up and develop these skills? What do you hope to achieve? And why is it important to you? Remembering that it is not important to control anything, but to let go of control and simply observe what is happening. You don't need a quiet room or the conditions to be absolutely controlled. That is not real life, and life is lived in the moment. During this practice, you will notice many times that the mind will wander. This is the nature of mind. It is normal and nothing to be concerned about. There's no need to judge this aspect of mind. So breathing in and settling in and noticing what's already here, making any necessary adjustments to the body, and settling into an alert, stable, poised, and wakeful posture. And when you're ready, allow the eyes to close when that feels safe and right for you now. As you settle a little deeper into stillness, beginning to notice the experience you're having and feeling into what it's like to be alive as you in your body, mind, in this moment. Noticing if there are any thoughts or emotions present, and meeting whatever is arising in the mind with acceptance and curiosity and kindness. Observing thoughts and emotions without engaging them or trying to get rid of them. Remembering that what you resist persists. There's no need to change anything at all, simply allowing everything to be as it is. Seeing a thought as a thought and an emotion as an emotion. Just observing and watching as they naturally arise, and if we let them, pass away. Now breathing in and tuning in and opening up your awareness to hearing. hearing the tones of the track underlying this meditation, opening up to sounds of the body. Knowing this present moment can be directly experienced through the lens of our senses. Noticing sounds around you, some close and some far in the distance. Keep listening as sounds come and go. Some sounds might be easy to hear, some might be more subtle or loud. Not choosing what you are hearing, just listening with an open awareness. Hearing the layers of sounds like a symphony. Just listening to the soundtrack of this moment as best you can. And now turning attention to the body and sensing into the way it feels in the body to be sitting. Noticing the pressure between the hips and your seat, the bottom. Noticing the soles of the feet and the hands resting comfortably in your lap. You may notice the physical contact between skin and clothing, and perhaps even feeling the heart beating and the pulse of the body, the natural rhythm of the body. Feeling into any other areas of obvious sensation. May label this as pain or tension, relaxation or ease. Opening to the body as a whole as an energy field of physical sensations. Meeting each sensation with a kind and gentle curiosity. Continuing watching as the physical sensations come and go, arise and pass away. Beyond physical sensations, you may be able to tap into an experience of subtle energy in the body. Everything is energy. You may notice tingling, pulsing, buzzing, or other sensations. All are welcome. Observe them without any judgment at all. Exhaling and releasing attention from sensations, and directing your attention to the sensations of the breath in the body, the physical sensations of breathing, and feeling each breath fully as it comes in and goes out with each inhalation and each exhalation. Noticing where in the body you feel the breath most easily, most vividly. Maybe at the tips of the nostrils, or at the rising and the falling of the chest, or the inflation and deflation of the belly. There is no right or wrong way to breathe, simply noticing where it is that you feel the breath most vividly for you. Resting your attention wherever you have the easiest to access, and then staying there for a while. And now, beginning to experiment with mentally noting the breath by simply saying to yourself, in on the in breath and out on the out breath. This noting is just a faint whisper in the mind, in, out, in, and out. Continuing to stay connected with the physical sensations of the breath in the body as you continue to note. Just a continued gentle attention on the breath, utilizing the breath to anchor you into the present moment, moment by moment as best you can. As you tune more and more into the breath, and the breath has become stabilized, we can continue opening to the whole of this moment and anything that arises, including sounds, sensations, thoughts, or emotions, without looking for anything in particular. And when attention moves away from the breath towards thoughts, simply noting thinking. There's no need for any analysis, just label and note thinking. And when you're ready, moving back to the breath, in and out. Practicing the same way with sounds, noting hearing, or with sensations, noting sensing, and eventually returning and again resting in the breath until the next sense is engaged. Continuing a gentle attention of the in-breath, in and out, opening to whatever you experience you're having in this moment, noting, thinking, sensing, hearing. There is no need to strive or to look for things to note or to force anything at all. And you don't need to note everything. Just noting anything that feels obvious or anything that grabs your attention away from the breath. Inevitably, there will be times where your attention wanders away from the practice completely. lost in a memory, a story, a to-do list, a fantasy, or something more abstract. This is completely and totally natural. It's what the mind does. It is the nature of the monkey mind. The moment you notice this has happened, you're already mindful and present again. You may note wandering and then re-anchor or redirect your attention to the present moment by noting in on the in-breath and out on the out-breath, or observe and note whatever else you're most present to. Noting the content of your experience in this moment with a sense of acceptance towards whatever is arising, without any judgment at all. Just a gentle and kind curiosity to the moment by moment experience. Where are you now? Continue tracking your experience, coming back to your practice again and again. Keeping the breath in the foreground of your experience and noting everything else that arises around it with a kind and gentle attention. And now dropping the breath and the noting practice, opening as awareness to any and all mind or sense objects as they arise and pass, without getting attached to any of them. Resting as the open, spacious field of awareness. Awareness like the big blue sky, and all thoughts, emotions, sensations, and sounds, just like clouds floating by, coming and going, arising and passing away. Not trying to control or to drive your experience, just experiencing whatever wants to happen. A sound arises, watching it as it changes and fades back into this field of awareness. As a sensation arises, feeling it completely, watching it as it changes and fades away, if we let it. As a thought arises, knowing it and watching it as it changes and fades away. Being the witness to whatever arises, the observer, and knowing it all as it is without trying to change anything at all. And as this practice of mental noting comes to an end, again reflecting on your personal intentions for practicing. You might also acknowledge yourself a sense of gratitude for having spent this time cultivating greater presence and focus, and for increasing your capacity to live and perform mindfully. Taking one last deeper than normal in-breath and an audible exhale,